Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you are doing great. So welcome to my online class once again. So my YouTube channel name is Our English Classroom and I'm your instructor Pramod. So today I'm going to discuss about the topic, a very familiar topic for SSC and HSC students, and that is transformation of sentences. So in transformation of sentences, you may get a question where you need to change the sentence from simple to complex, or from simple to compound, or from complex to compound, or like the vice versa method. So in this video, I will show you how we can change a simple sentence which starts with the phrasal preposition in spite of. Okay, so let's get started. So before before showing the answer, I would like to discuss with you about some topic. Well, in spite of, this is a phrase preposition. Though, although, having the similar meaning, they are known as subordinating conjunction. Look, here I have written one more word with these two words, that is called clause marker. And number 3, it's but. It is known as coordinating conjunction. So coordinating conjunctions, we use them to connect two principal clauses. We use subordinating conjunctions to connect a principal clause with a subordinate clause. And when we connect the clauses, these conjunctions are known as clause markers. So please remember this term, clause marker, because they are the way to recognize whether it's a complex sentence or it's a compound sentence. Because for compound sentences, we use coordinating conjunctions as a clause marker. For example, and, but, or, nor, yet. But for complex sentences, we use subordinating conjunctions. For example, if, unless, though, although, since, as, because, lest. So let's get started with the given sentence. The given sentence is, in spite of being rich, he leads a simple life. So in spite of being rich, here the word being, we all know in English we have to be verbs, and to be verbs are am, is, are, was, were, and their base form is be. But remember, to be verbs can be used as a participle, or more specifically, if I say, it will be present participle, and this present participle form of to be verbs is being. And we all know that any sort of ing verb, if we apply them directly without the help of auxiliary verb, that ing verb acts like a participle, and participle is a non-finite verb. I would also like to say that sometimes this ing verb can be gerund also. So it will depend on sentence, and I would like to differentiate between this participle and gerund in another video. So for today's video, let's consider the change of from simple to complex and compound. Okay, so this being is a participle and it's a non-finite verb. And here after the comma, he is the subject, leads is the finite verb, a simple life is the object. So this is 100% a simple sentence, because the definition tells us a simple sentence has one finite verb. So here is only one finite verb. Now we want to make it complex. So according to definition, complex sentence is a sentence where we join a principal clause with a subordinate clause with the help of clause markers or subordinating conjunctions. And when we deal with a clause, we all know that a group of words, if they have a finite verb, that group of words is a clause. So, my first section, in spite of being rich, this part is not a clause because there is no finite verb, and we can turn it into a clause by adding a finite verb. So, the word being, if we make it finite, being comes like am, is, are, was, were, or even be. It will depend on your tense. So here the principal clause will be the main part of the sentence where we have the subject and the finite verb. And this finite verb is leads. The present form indicates it's the simple present tense. Okay. So I need to use either am, is, or are depending on my subject. So my subject is he, so I will apply this subject for both the clauses. Now let me tell you what is the purpose of using in spite of. Well, when we want to show the difference, or this is more specifically called contrast, we use in spite of. Suppose in spite of in spite of going to office regularly, his salary has not increased, or in spite of studying seriously, he cannot make a good result. We are showing two different conditions. Over here, in spite of being rich, he lives a simple life. So rich people often leads a life which may be expensive or something like that. But here there is a contrast. The person is rich, the person lives a simple life. So there's a difference or contrast. So when we make it a complex, in spite of, this preposition will turn into though or although. Though. And this is our subordinating conjunctions or clause marker. Now we need to make the clause. So we need a subject. So subject is he, and being will convert into is, because this verb agrees with my subject he. Though he is rich. So look at the structure. He, this is the subject, is, this is the finite verb. So as there is a finite verb, we can say this is a clause. And as this starts with the conjunction though although, which is a subordinating conjunction, we can say this is a subordinating clause. Now what will be my main clause? The remaining section will be my main clause, and you will just copy and paste. So now take a look. Though he is rich, he lives a simple life. Though he is rich, he lives a simple life. In this way, you can make the complex sentence if your simple sentence starts with in spite of. And now, how to make it compound? Well, as I told earlier that a compound sentence needs a clause marker which belongs to coordinating conjunction. A very common coordinating conjunction is and. We use and to connect the similarities. We also have a very common coordinating conjunction, and that is but. This is just the opposite of and. So if you want to show the similarity by using and, you can use but to show the dissimilarities, or more specifically say to show the contrast. So again we need to make two clauses, but this time both of them will be principal clauses. So my first phrase is in spite of being rich. So my subject will be he. He is rich. In spite of being rich, so I made it, he is rich. And the second clause will be he leads a simple life. In between these two clauses, we will connect them with our conjunction but. So how does it look? It looks like he is rich but he leads a simple life. But there is a problem. The problem is that in case of using coordinating conjunction, if your subject repeats, you do not need to use the same subject for your second clause. Rather, you can move on from the verb section. And how it will look like: he is rich but leads a simple life. He is rich but leads a simple life. So that is all for today. See you in the next video. I hope this video will help you to understand this type of transformation rule.